step pep, a peppy steppy. I have a peppy steppy. Hello, I am here again. I wanted to do an HRT update because today I have been on HRT for exactly 30 days and I am noticing changes. Hurrah! This last week, so this is Saturday, isn't it? The last week, beginning on Monday the 6th of June, has been awful. On Tuesday the 7th, my little girl, she wasn't my child, she was my dog, Molly, but she was like my child. I don't have children. I always wanted children, but I couldn't have them. Anyway, so Molly was a bit like my baby. I'm sorry about the glasses as well, they've gone dark. I'd had Molly since she was 8 weeks old. Yeah, she would have been 16 in July. She's been with me nearly every single day for over 15 years. She was put to sleep on Tuesday. I have basically been swinging between numbness and hysteria for most of last week. I miss her dreadfully. She was my family, she was my body, my companion. Animals are amazing, they never judge you. They don't care if you're rich or if you're poor, or if you're successful or unsuccessful, if you're sad. Well, they do care if you're sad. In fact, they try and comfort you. They're just extraordinary. They're so loyal and loving and giving. They don't ask for a lot, actually. Walkies, foodies, warmth, bed, strokes, playtime. I mean, they're a huge responsibility, but other than that, they don't want for much, and they find joy in the smallest things. They live in the present moment, which is how we should live, really, but it's easier said than done. But they find pleasure in squeaky balls and rolling in fox poo, and they're just joyful every single day. They love life. They're just like, play, let's play, let's play, let's play. It's a huge, huge loss. I think I'm still in shock, just sort of like my heart is broken. But one has to try and get over these things. And then on Friday, yesterday, it was my 1-year wedding anniversary, and I've been separated from my husband since February. We got married last year on June the 10th, so we managed 8 months of married life before it all went tits up. That was for a myriad of reasons, predominantly my becoming very ill, very, very depressed, suicidal, uncontrollably emotional, angry all the time, as I've explained in another vlog. It was very, very hard for him. But I now, through my own... What am I trying to say? What are you trying to say, Emerald? Come on, spit it out, woman. What are you trying to say? Through my own deductions, deducements, detective work, and from seeing professionals about how I've been feeling and all my symptoms, I think being in perimenopause made me ill, really ill. I hate it, the perimenopause as a thing that it is. I hate it, especially because I don't have children. I'm not saying that if you have had children, menopause or perimenopause, that it's not bad. Of course, I'm not saying that at all. But somehow I feel that if I had have had children, that there would have been some payoff for this horrendous last 2 years, because I would have a family of my own, and I don't, and that's very hard. I don't have any siblings. I don't have really any family other than my mum. So I think the physical thing, the actual thing of being in perimenopause, plus the psychological thing of not having children, and now knowing I'll never... I knew I couldn't have children. I knew that by about the age of 37. I was found out. But there was always this little bit of me that thought, I hoped that, even though I knew I couldn't, that somehow a miracle would happen and I would, excuse me. So it's like, now it's like, there's just no way on God's earth that I'm going to have children now. Also, the thing of being a woman, because I developed this eye condition called blepharitis, which has been just horrific. Horrific. My eyes have been sore and itchy every single day for, like I said, 18 months. One of the things that meant was that I couldn't wear makeup anymore. Now, wearing makeup is a personal choice. I like wearing makeup. It makes me feel a bit more confident. I don't have terribly high self-esteem. In fact, that's an understatement. My self-esteem is sort of on the floor, really. So putting makeup on, I found it therapeutic. I enjoyed the process, and it gave me that little bit of confidence. I had to stop wearing makeup because my eyes were so bad and my eczema was so bad. I just couldn't put anything near my eyes, on my skin, without a terrible reaction. My blepharitis has eased up a little bit. I don't know if you can see from the last video, one of the other videos I did. My eyes actually don't look so bad. They're still bad. And I have got makeup on today. For the first day in literally months. I can't remember the last time I wore makeup. I really can't. It's been that long. I thought, F it. F it. I'm going to try putting some on to see what it's like. To see if my face goes, ah, no, not the makeup. And if my eyes would just go, oh, no, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off. They are stinging. It might be a mistake that I've put makeup on, but it's worth a try and I can wash it off. So, yes, I'm wearing makeup for the first time in months, which may seem like a small thing, but to me, it's enormous. Because as a woman, especially because of society and the way women are viewed, the way you look is hugely important. It is in as much as there's pressure to look a certain way from all sorts of areas, social media, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Plus, it's nice to feel confident. It's not the be all and end all, but I'm not 97, I'm 47, and I don't feel like my life should be over in that department. Makeup is a whole other subject because I know people have different views on it, and I'm not trying to push my views onto anyone. I'm talking from a personal level. I like wearing makeup. I missed wearing makeup. It added to the feeling of feeling like less of a woman because of things like painful sex, vaginal dryness, vaginal atrophy, which I'll talk about in another video. That'll be exciting. And you just age suddenly. I've aged about 10 years in the last 2 years since being in the perimenopause. Everything has changed. It's very odd. I mean, you lose collagen in your skin, elastin. It ages you. There's no sort of maybe about that. That's a scientific, biological, real thing, that it ages you. You've got all these things going on physically, which are sort of out of your control. Emotionally and mentally, which are kind of out of your control, if you're having perimenopause, menopause, plus the psychological aspect of all of those things compounding the fact that you feel unfeminine and like you're getting old and like you're losing a part of yourself. Your identity is, well, it's just, the brain fog is still here, so I'm not great at explaining things, but I think if you're going through it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anywho, back to the positive news. Yeah, last week with the death of my dog Molly, the wedding anniversary stuff. It's been a really shockingly bad week. However, I am trying not to dwell on these things. I'm trying to change. Yeah, I've noticed a difference. What are the differences I've noticed after 30 days on HRT? Like I said, I'm on the patches. So I'm getting estrogen and progesterone through the patches, and I'm getting estrogen only through the vaginal gel. So I'm hitting it from 2 angles. And I'm going to see my gynecologist on Monday to talk about testosterone gel, to hit it from a 3rd angle. So I'll talk about that. My headache has gone. The constant headache that was there every day, all day, is gone. The aches and pains in my body are much, much less. They haven't gone completely, but they are much, much less. My mood swings are not as extreme. I feel more like my old self. Something has shifted, something has changed. I'm not getting any hot flushes, which is wonderful. I'm not getting night sweats, which is amazing. My sleep is still up and down, but like I mentioned, I'm taking something to help me sleep, so I don't know so much about the insomnia thing. My skin is getting better. My eczema is getting better. I've still got it. The eczema, but it's a lot less. I am experiencing some very mild acne. That's something that's increased rather than decreased. My skin has become, on my face, has become extremely oily and extremely dry at the same time. Generally, I have oily skin, and it's still oily, but it's also dry, which is a strange combination to have. And I just feel lighter, like I have more of a pep in my step. My eyes aren't quite so bad. They're still bad, and unfortunately, blepharitis, once you've got it, it's a lifelong kind of chronic condition. Although I have hope that I can get rid of it completely. I'm more positive. It's hard because I get so depressed sometimes, because I have the recurrent depressive disorder and the anxiety and the BPD or the EUPD. It's hard to make comparisons because those things can make you feel very, very low. But as I said before, the way I've been feeling the last 2 years has not felt like my normal depressive illness. And I just feel like a weight has been lifted. I don't feel 100% better, but there is a difference, and it's tangible, it's noticeable. And in spite of the things that I've gone through the last week with having my dog put down, and I know some people think it's just a dog, get over it. You're welcome to your opinion. Other people who have pets, they'll know that losing them is huge. In spite of the last week, on a normal human level in terms of grief and emotion, I have felt that emotion, but it's been the emotion of grief, which is a thing, rather than just this absolute, utter and total despair with no hope, madness, feeling mad, feeling crazy, and again with not sleeping, starting to feel like I was hallucinating, seeing things and hearing things and getting really paranoid, feeling like people were deliberately trying to hurt me or targeting me in a negative way. Really weird stuff. These are things that can happen when you are in perimenopause. Perimenopause can cause these things. Menopause can cause these things. They can make you so ill that you want to take your own life, and women do. That's a fact. Like I said before, it doesn't affect everybody in the same way. So to my mind, this needs to be talked about much, much more, because it's really bad and you don't have to suffer. Now, I know there's a risk with taking HRT. I'm under no illusions. There are risks. I'm not going to go into them here. However, for me, the benefits outweigh the risk. My chances of getting breast cancer and ovarian cancer are slightly increased, as are my chances of getting blood clots or some kind of thrombosis. Women are put off HRT because of these things, and I'm not saying go on it. Do your research, then make an informed decision. I've made an informed decision, and my informed decision is that the benefits outweigh the risks. Not wanting to be alive, wanting to be dead, being in bed all day, every day, feeling like you're losing your mind, literally, being in terrible pain, having your skin all over your body itching and sore. I mean, just all the symptoms that having a constant headache, being in constant pain. Your life is not worth, my life was not worth living. And I would rather expose myself to those risks, which are small, weighed up against the benefits, because I didn't have a life. My life was effectively over. Possibly, potentially, if I'd been on HRT earlier, if the doctors had picked up on what was going on with me earlier, my marriage might not be over. I might not have lost the last 2 years of my life to mostly abject fucking misery. And it makes me angry because we need to get the information out there. There are women out there who are suffering in silence, not knowing what's wrong with them, potentially thinking they've got a brain tumour, or that they are schizophrenic, or that they've got cancer, or that they have some awful disease, and not knowing that there's something out there that could potentially really, really help you. Now, HRT isn't suitable for everyone, and it might not work for everyone. I'm not trying to say it's a cure-all. I'm just saying that for me, at this point, and I hope it lasts, I hope I'm not preempting this change, but for me, I wish I'd known about it sooner. And it might take time to find the right HRT for you, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. So I've gone on a long, long time, but I just wanted to update you, because the change that I feel is, especially considering the last week I've had, which normally would have sent me into a tailspin of, well, I just wouldn't have been able to cope. Something has shifted. Again, I hope I'm not speaking too soon. Please pray for me. Please pray that I'm not speaking too soon. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know, and don't give up, and keep hopeful. Sometimes you have to wait to see results, but that's okay if the results come. I wanted to say thank you. In my last video, people wrote some really nice comments, and that meant a lot to me. It really helped. It really did. It gave me comfort and hope. So I really, really appreciate anyone who's watched this and been kind to me. And I want you to know that I'm thinking of you too, even though I don't know you. I'm sending a hug to anyone out there, whether they're suffering from being perimenopausal or not, whatever. Depression, mental health, illness, whatever. I send good wishes to you. Okay, I'll keep you updated, because there's gonna be other things to talk about. Oh look, a tractor's going by. Hang on. Just passing through. Okay, I'll let you know how it goes with the testosterone shenanigans. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening and watching. Just wanted to show you Mabel. This is Mabel. Say hi, Mabel. Hello. She's been a great comfort with Molly being gone. No, she's not keen on the camera. You're not prepared your lines, darling. Bye, love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye.